Hello, hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode of Building with Mantis. So today we are going to be building these porcini mushrooms, so definitely super excited about this one. And then with these, as you can see, I did both of them in brown, but that's mostly because these ones we did the red and white mushroom block, and so I decided to go ahead and do this one in the brown mushroom block. But we've got the mushroom stem with the mushroom block on top. And then this one, we're using the white terracotta and the brown terracotta. So just kind of, same similar color palette to what we had done over there. And this time, I went ahead and just did the mushroom as is. That way you guys can see it as is from, from this perspective. And then this one, I actually ended up decorating both inside and outside. And so I know for those of you who watched that tutorial, this is going to be kind of, going over the same thing. But in case you didn't, one of the things that I wanted to let you guys know about is dealing with the actual mushroom blocks. Now, when you add in the same type of mushroom block on top of the other and then you break it, you end up getting the different texture on here. And so if you are building the mushroom in this palette with the mushroom stem and the mushroom block, you'll want to make sure that your temporary blocks are not, you don't use the same ones. And you'll also have to be careful as to where you actually end up placing the mushrooms. So definitely be aware of that if you're building. However, if you end up using the different ones, you end up, it doesn't change. And so this works with any of the other mushroom blocks, or you can even use other blocks and it's not going to change the color of the mushroom block. So that is just kind of a warning if you are building using the actual mushrooms. So with this mushroom, this is the base that you are going to be starting with. And so just so you guys can go ahead and, pause the video here and get an idea of what the base is going to look like, because this is a very symmetrical mushroom. So it's not, you don't necessarily have to build it, kind of like we did with that one over there, which was a little bit more random. So we've got this right here. This is going to be the base of the mushroom. And so we've got 3 on the front here, 1, 2, and then it switches over 2, 1, and then 3. So now let's go ahead and start on the front side here. What I like to do is I like to go ahead and build it, whole, and then work on knocking out the blocks for the actual front entrance. So we'll get to that once we move on to, once we finish up the mushroom. So with this one, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and come up 1 and out 1. And then, so a total of 3 here. And then you're going to want to go diagonal, and then diagonal like that. And then you're going to come back down. And then, not there. And then you're going to have your 3. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and fill this in just like that. Now at this point, you're going to want to go ahead and grab your temporary block. Place 1 right there. And then you're going to want to come up 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to have 2 in the center of that. And then we're going to come up diagonally. And then we're going to diagonal again, but come up 1, 2, and 3 on this one. And then go 1, 2, 3. And then here we go 1, 2, and 3. Now go ahead and come back down here, place a temporary block, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 2 here. And then we want to connect it up like that. So your mushroom should be starting to look just like that. Now we can go ahead and come over here, and on this one here, we want to go 1, 2, and then we're going to basically follow the outline. So 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then we're going to go diagonal up and then diagonal up. And then this one is going to be even with this. And then you're going to want to place a temporary block right here. And then come up 1, 2, 3. And then there's going to be 2. And then 3 here. So that right there, that is going to be the top of the stem of the mushroom. So we can come back down here. Go 1, 2, and then up 3 more. So a total of 4. And then we're just going to follow the outline of the layer before and bring it up. So that right there, that is a side to the mushroom. And so what we're going to do is we are going to want to repeat the same thing on this side. So 3 and then diagonal until we hit the center. Come down and fill it all in. Okay. Now with this one, temporary block, and then we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, fill in 2, and then you're going to want to come in here, go ahead and fill that one in. This one, we're going to bring this up and then go up 3, and then 3, and then go down 2, or down 3, temporary block, and then again, we are just repeating it on each of the sides. And then we can go ahead and come here and follow the outline of this one, just like so. And then, yeah, just like that. And then this one, this was already built, so we can just go ahead and work our way on bringing this one up like that. And then we add our temporary block, 1, 2, and 3, and then 2, and then 3, just like that. And then we'll get to the corners once we get the other sides done. So we just want to keep on bringing this around just like before. And then we have the 3 here. And like so. So temporary block, and then 4. And then the 2. And then bring this around. And 3 and 3. And then down 3, okay, temporary block, and bring it up, 4, 2, and then connect. And then we could go ahead and fill that one in, and we can bring this up following the outline, and then place our temporary block and 3, just like so. And then we're getting really close to having this main part all finished. So this is, you know, this is definitely, you'll definitely start to kind of see the mushroom start to take shape here. So we again repeat the same, you know, same process on each of the sides so that we have an even mushroom here. So temporary block, bring that out, we can fill that one in, and we got that, and we follow around 3, and then 3, and then 3, our temporary block. Go ahead and fill that one in. Oop, not there. There we go. And then connect that up. All right, so this is what your mushroom should be. Oh, I have missed one. Here we go. That's, you know, that is one of the problems sometimes, is that you do end up forgetting sometimes for pieces. All right, so 3, and then 2, and then 3, and then we can go ahead and bring this one up like that. Okay, so now this is what your mushroom should be looking like. Now what you want to go ahead and do is place a temporary block here and here, and then you're going to go 1 right here, and then here go up 2, and then up 3 there. And then you're going to go up 2, and then up 3, there we go, and then temporary block up 2. And then we're going to do that to each of the sides. So temporary block, 1 there, and then up 2, up 3, up 2, and then up 3, temporary block, and then another 2. So yeah, so each of the sides, you know, are the same, which, you know, allows it to kind of have more of a rounded shape to it, which is one of the things that, you know, that I kind of like about this particular mushroom, because it's got a very bulbous bottom, and I like that in this. And then it, you know, it's lots of room to actually work as well in the base, whereas a lot of the mushrooms that I have done, they don't quite have as much room in the stem. All right, so here we go. Oh, not there. There, and done. So that is the base of the mushroom. So the next step is to actually get on the cap of the mushroom. And so we will need to grab the slabs from here so we can start filling this in. Now with this, I don't have a trick like I did on the other one in terms of like setting up a ladder, because this isn't quite as straight as the other one, and so scaffolding will probably be your best friend on this one in terms of getting the cap set up. Now on here, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and place 5 slabs like so to get started on this, and then you're want to go 1, 2, 3, okay, and then oh, not there, 1, 2, 3, okay, and then 2, and then 2, and then we're back on the 5 like that. And so we've got the 2, and so here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then 2, 2 to get us back onto the 5 for the edge of the mushroom. So another 3, oh, not there, another 3, and then 2 and 2. Finish up the 5 here, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, and then 1 to connect up. Now the next step is to grab whatever your cap block is, whether you're doing the brown or, you know, purple. I could definitely see this as like a fantasy purple mushroom. So we'll go ahead and do 5, and we're basically just going to follow this around. So you'll know with 2, 1, 2, and then back to the 5s. So 2, 1, 2, and 5 like that, and then 2, 1, 2, another 5, 2, 1, and 2, just like that. So the top of your mushroom should look something like that. Now our next step is to move on to building up the actual cap. So on the 5 side, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and fill this in, and then we're going to have 5 and then 3 and then 1, and then we can go ahead and just fill these ones in, bring them up 1, and then we'll have 5, 3, and 1 on the side. Fill in an additional block there, and then we'll just do this for each one of the sides and bring it all the way around, because with this then we'll start moving the actual cap towards the center. So there we have that. So most of the areas will have 2 of the cap blocks, and then the long sides will have the additional 2 layers as well. So you're going to want to go ahead and grab your temporary blocks, and you're going to want to place a temporary block here, and then you're going to end up and actually no, with this one you don't have to use a temporary block, because we can bring it around like that. So go ahead and do that right there, and then we'll have 3 on top. So I forgot, this layer you don't need the temporary blocks because we are working off of these. So bring across 2, and then you're going to bring it across 3. So across 2 and then across 2, and so you get a shape just like that. So we're going to go ahead and do this to each one of the sides. So across 2, and then the 3 for the top. And then do the same thing over on this side. And then this will get the base for the next couple of layers done. Now you grab your temporary blocks, and you're going to want to fill in each of the sides like this. So you end up having the 2 temporary blocks and then 3. And so that'll bring it up just like that. So come back down, and we want to go temporary block, the 2 there. And then we've got those there, and then we bring it around. And so you'll definitely want to do this to each one of the sides. Oop, nope, not there. And then this will allow us to get a little bit closer to the shape that we want for the cap. We've got 2 more layers to go after this to kind of give it the rounded look that we want. So you should be looking like this on each one of the corners, okay? And then we do want to bring this up 1 more. So bring this around. And you'll definitely have a lot of temporary blocks in the, in the corners, as you can see. But that's one of the reasons why you really want to use a block that is different than what your actual building block is, because then when you go back in to get rid of the temporary blocks, you don't accidentally destroy one of the blocks that are actually supposed to be there. So that definitely helps out a lot. So there we go. We are all the way up to here now. Now go ahead and place a temporary block and then bring it across 3. Okay, so we've got this layer and then one more. So we're doing temporary blocks all the way across, and then we got those, and then this will be 3 just like that. And then with this one it's a little bit easier because you don't quite have as much to that you have to actually work with, because we are getting smaller at this point. So we got 3 and then temporary block. Oh, not there. And then just like that. Alright, so this is our second to last layer all done. Now with this one, you just have to place 1 temporary block because we are actually going to be filling this in. So you want to come around and just fill in where we have any of the airspace and just fill it all the way around like so. And then fill in the rest of the mushroom as well. And then one of the things that you could do too is, maybe add some carpet or something on top of this to prevent spawns. But that is the mushroom build. So let's go ahead and look at what I was doing in terms of the entrance here. So let's go ahead and grab all of our stuff. Okay, we want to go ahead and grab that one and that one. And I think, oh, no, that. Okay, there we go. All right, now with this one, what I like to do is I want it 3 tall. So I put the dark oak stair there, and then we got the upside down spruce, and then a slab on the top. But this right here, this will tell you what you need in order to, things that you need to be destroyed. Here, I put a slab, and then I break this one, and then put a dark oak stair. So go ahead and destroy this one. And then we got the slab coming out. And then these ones right here will actually get removed because you are going to bring the spruce logs down like so. And then this all can get removed like so. And then we can go ahead and add in the cobblestone and then the spruce fence. And that right there is the entrance, and then you can end up doing whatever you want on the inside. Right now it's very, very dark, but let's go ahead and come over here and I can show you guys what it is that I did for decoration. So I've got the iron bars and the lanterns kind of hanging down here. That helps to light up the mushroom so you don't have as many mobs spawning on it, and because that can definitely be rather annoying. Coming out and then being surprised by a creeper. But yeah, so if you come in here, as you can see, we've got the entrance here. So I filled this in, and I also smoothed out the area around so that we had this 2 tall gap on there. And then just kind of filled it up with barrels and note blocks and hay bales. Because this right here, is, I kind of like using it as a stable. And then we've got the lanterns kind of hanging down. And this actually has 3 layers. So if we come up here, this is the first layer. I kind of created this as like a storage area. It's also a bedroom. So I've got like a little book here, like a journal that somebody writes in. And then we've got a bed kind of hidden behind some manners. So, that way they can block out the light and stuff. But yeah, all kinds of different, storage things in here. And then up here, this is the actual living space. So up here, we've got a little seating area with a couch and a couple chairs. We've got bookcases, nice little kitchen, and then a little dining area. Right now, what's on the menu is steak. But yeah, and then we've also got the chimney going out into the top. And then you guys might have noticed that when I was kind of flying around. So let's go ahead and head back outside. And so this is, the normal chimney that I use with the, little cocked cobblestone walls with the pot on top. And then you can use the cobwebs to kind of create like a smoke effect. You could also, end up doing it differently as well. You could end up having maybe like some stone come out and, with the trap doors and the actual campfire in it. I just like these little ones for the mushrooms as it doesn't, really detract from, from the actual mushroom. But yeah, so that is the porcini mushroom all done. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and if you decide to go ahead and build these mushrooms, definitely hit me up on Twitter at CraftingMantis. I'd love to see what you guys, build, and also if you guys make any modifications. I always enjoy seeing what other people do with different builds. So if you did like this episode, definitely hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, click the Mantis icon to subscribe, then hit the bell button to get notified when I put out additional content. Want to check out more of my videos? Try the one on the left, or you could check out the playlist on the right. That's it for now, but I'll see you guys in the next episode.